Since we're talking about vulnerability management, it definitely makes sense to define what vulnerabilities are. And vulnerabilities are some sort of a weakness that attackers could exploit. That's a general definition of what vulnerabilities are. But typically, the understanding that is there in the industry is some sort of a misconception, I would say. Vulnerability would typically be the software vulnerabilities that are there, whether the operating systems or the applications that we have in our IT environment. So could have some sort of a loophole that attackers could exploit. But there are equally important issues which are beyond the software vulnerabilities. So you mentioned about misconfigurations. So majority of the attacks tend to use these misconfigurations that are there in the operating systems and the applications that we use, databases that we use, cloud applications, even browsers, for example. So there are a number of misconfigurations that could essentially be exploited by the attackers to launch attacks. Not only misconfigurations, but even the asset exposure, for example. So you have a number of applications that are installed within the environment. So do you have outdated software? Do you have applications that are not supported by the vendors, like the end of life type of applications? Do you have unauthorized applications that are running, or their shadow IT sort of environment, presence? So extending that vulnerability definition even to not having certain critical patches present in the environment could lead to vulnerabilities and those being exploited. Uh, but beyond that, you have number of security controls that you may have deployed within the environment. Are they really optimal? Are they really working in a way that you expect them to be? So maybe you've deployed an anti-malware product and it is outdated. Maybe some services of that are not running. Maybe there are firewalls that rules that are not configured properly. Maybe there are strange applications present. Only one person within an organization is using that application. It's a deviation, sort of an anomaly, right? So likewise, there are a number of other security controls, deviations, and anomalies that could equally be exploited by the attackers to launch attacks, not just the software vulnerabilities, which are tracked by the CVE identifiers that the industry is very well accustomed to. So we need to really look at vulnerabilities from this holistic sense and not just software vulnerabilities that